I paid $12,000 to Andrew Tate, former head of sales and marketing, and there's one thing I learned that you can take away to explode your sales. I'm Brian Choi, and I'm a former top producer at 7th Level, one of the largest sales training companies in the world. Also, a former top producer at Sales Sniper, back then the largest sales agency in high-ticket sales. I've also trained sales reps and multi-million-dollar sales teams to double, triple, quintuple their sales. And the one lesson that I learned is that everything we do is for reproduction. What I mean by reproduction? Reproduction is different context, right? For in a very basic surface area context, is to fuck a lot of bitches, right? That's it. And the second level is that maybe if somebody has a woman or women, depending on what your preference is to provide and protect for the woman and women. Right? And so if you look at Andrew Tate's marketing message and a lot of his content, what does he mainly talk about? He mainly talks about women quite a bit. He talks about the dating. He also talks about, well, you got to get rich to date the top tier of women. And you got to also make a lot of money and get fit to be able to provide and protect for a woman. And so he's not just talking about those for random reasons, for random coincidence, and just to boast about it. He's talking about it because everything we do, everything human beings do, almost everything, it all funnels down to that is for reproduction, right? You're watching this right now. You're watching this video. You're watching this because maybe you're curious about, okay, like what did Andrew Tate's former head of sales and marketing talk about? What is this Asian guy on my feed talking about? Or maybe you just want to make a lot of money in sales or whatever it may be, right? You want to become a better communicator. Regardless of everything you do in your life, just look at your calendar. How many hours a day are you working? You're probably working 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, whatever, 6, 7 days a week, right? Why? Well, you may say that, well, I want to make a lot of money. Right? Why do you want to make a lot of money? You may say that, well, I want to move out. I want to get a nicer crib. I want to get my dream car. Let's take that one example, right? Why do you want to get your dream car? Why do you want to get a McLaren? Why do you want to get a Lamborghini? Why? And you may say that, whoa, it just looks cool, da-da-da. Is that the only reason? Is that the only reason? Let's be really honest, brutally honest, and sit down, just me and you, no bullshit, no ego, no nothing. Is that the really reason? No. You might want to do this in order to get a certain level of status, right? Let's be real. So you want to do that to get a certain level of status or attention. It may be for different people, right? Maybe you as a young man, or maybe like an older man, I don't know. I have no judgment. That you just want to impress that one girl, in your hometown or maybe in your town, I don't know. Or maybe you just want to get laid with a lot of girls. You might want to do that. Or maybe you're dating a woman right now and you want to be able to get her in that McLaren and you want to just make sure she has the best experience, or maybe you want to impress her, whatever it may be. That is reproduction. Like you wanting to fuck a lot of girls, that is reproduction at a primal level, right? And we want to fuck a lot of girls because it's encoded into our DNA. Ever since caveman times, right? It's really important to understand evolutionary psychology and evolutionary behavior in sales and marketing, because everything really comes down to that. Why do we want to have sex, right? If we want to look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, on the very bottom, we have sex. And whether we like to admit or not, men and women, we want to have sex. Nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing. But why? It's because, well, we had to have that urge and the desire for sex, because if we didn't have that urge and desire for sex, imagine like we felt nothing during sex. Do we really have a reason to have children? I mean, don't get me wrong, we still would. Like the human population will still go along, but I bet you the population and the birth rate will be at a lot significantly lower rate than it is now, because sex feels good. Feels good, right? And so there's a lot of like unintentional births that happen. And again, nothing wrong with that too, because sex just feels good. Unprotected sex feels good. Let's be real. That's the whole point, is that the dream car, that is for that, right? Having a nice watch, why? Status, the status symbol. Why do we want to have a status symbol? Because, well, we want to gain respect from other men. That's one thing. And another thing, that is survival too, by the way, which helps with reproduction. Because in order for us to reproduce, we need to keep surviving, right? Back in caveman times, we needed to have a certain level of respect or status, and those motherfuckers have a higher likelihood of surviving. You know what I'm saying? Within the tribe, or within different tribes. So even status or respect from other men helps us reproduce. Not with those men specifically, but by having that, then we can actually have respect from other females as well. Because another attraction trigger from females is that a man who is respected by other men is more attractive. That's how it works, right? Same thing with wanting to have a nice crib or wanting to have a nice apartment. I'm sitting here in my apartment right now, as cunty as it sounds, in Dubai, my Dubai apartment, as I stare into the world's largest building, Burj Khalifa in front of me outside of my balcony. During New Year's Eve, I saw firecrackers coming outside of it. We want to have a nice crib because, well, number one, we want to be able to attract females, number one, and higher quality females and more females. And number two, we can provide a better shelter for other females or the female that you have right now. So really everything is that. Everything comes down to that. Also wanting to get into better shape. I recently got a fitness coach. It's a $4,000 program. And I'm about 1 to 2 weeks in. I'm already getting into better shape. I've gotten a bit leaner. I mean, it's already like 1 or 2 weeks. So it's not like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger right now. But over time, it's a journey, right? So it's a process. But why did I invest into that fitness program? Well, I want to look good. And why did I want to look good? Well, if I'm being completely real with myself, well, I want to look good because number one, I can look better on camera, as well as also be more attractive to females. Like, I'm not here to bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And overall, like, I'll feel good within myself too. It's like all those things working in conjunction. Yeah, there's other reasons too, but again, it all comes down to reproduction, right? And so same thing with the marriage repair, right? It's like, why do couples want to repair their marriage? Well, it comes back to reproduction, right? I mean, they may have children already and they may not want to get more children, but it's the fact that they'll be able to reproduce and their genes will go off longer because if they stay married, they'll be able to actually protect their children better and therefore their offspring will survive better, right? So this is like, all comes down to reproduction. So this is all good in theory, but how does it relate to how can we implement this on sales calls? So how we implement this on sales calls is that, well, knowing this is that, okay, everything what human beings want to do somehow funnels onto reproduction some way, somehow, right? And so let's say you're selling a fitness offer. It's not just about them feeling overweight and them being overweight. It's that how does it affect different areas of their life? So a common question that I train all my students on, if they're selling some sort of non-ROI offer, whether it be fitness, marriage repair, whether it be porn addiction recovery, alcohol addiction recovery, is I have them ask this one question on sales calls, which helps the prospect understand this thing, which is, let's say the prospect says, it's a fitness offer, right? Oh man, yeah, I'm just overweight. Yeah, I feel unconfident. I see. Is this affecting maybe other areas of your life also? I have them ask this question to the prospect. And why would you want to ask this question? Because when we ask this question, it's going to prompt them to basically answer how this problem, which is them being overweight, is affecting other areas of life. A lot of times, work and their dating life or their marriage life comes up. This is a very powerful question because later on, maybe they say that, oh yeah, man, I haven't dated in so long. How long? Oh man, I don't know, 2 years. Brother, 2 years. So you have them like going on dates and things like that for 2 years? Like, yeah. I mean, just between me and you and no judgment because I'm here to help you, but what's I've been doing to you, man? So they may answer, oh man, fuck, I haven't got laid. I feel sexually frustrated. I feel unconfident. You see how we taken a surface area thing of, I want to lose weight, or, oh man, I'm over. We took a surface area thing into a lot more emotional problem because in a fitness offer, it's a more emotional thing, right? Now, in different contexts, it doesn't have to be that emotional depending on what you sell, depending on the prospect you speak to, right? Same thing with like a biz op, right? If you sell a biz op and let's say that, yeah, I just have a paycheck to paycheck. Okay, I mean, how has that been affecting different areas of your life? Well, I can't pay bills. Okay, what about other areas of your life? Well, I haven't dated in a while. You see how it comes down to the same thing, right? Again, it's not always like this, but the overweight guy, maybe his marriage is not as where he wants to be because maybe his partner lost attraction. They haven't been intimate in a while. You know what I'm saying? So in the problem section where we help the prospects uncover the problem, this is a go-to question I have sales reps ask, and I ask myself as well to prospects because it is a powerful question. It's not about them wanting to make more money and not having enough money. It's not about them being overweight or not being able to lose the weight. It's like what is the trickle-down effect of ultimate thing, which is the reproduction part, man. It is the reproduction. Them wanting to take their family on holidays, that is reproduction. Because them taking their family out on vacation to Disneyland, their wife will have more attraction and more respect for them, which is what they want. Every man wants more respect from their women, whether it be like random women or from their women, right? They want more respect from their children. And if their children respects them more, they have a higher likelihood of their offspring surviving to a longer extent because if their children listen to them more, then maybe they'll be able to become better adults. And because of that, they'll be able to survive longer. You see? So it is a very powerful thing. And so what Tate's doing in his marketing is it's not by coincidence. Again, I don't know what's going behind the scenes. Maybe I'm just, maybe this is not at all, right? But what he's doing is very smart. And it's also true too, by the way, right? Because by being able to make more money, being able to be more fit, it helps us just reproduction. At the end of the day, doesn't matter what a man, I mean, I'll speak to the men for this extent, right? Women too, to be fair, everything a woman does is for reproduction, right? Her posting photos on Instagram, reproduction. So that way she can get DMs from guys to get flown out to Dubai and Maldives, right? That's reproduction. Her wanting to marry a more financially successful guy, That is reproduction. Her offsprings will be able to survive longer. So don't get me wrong, I don't want a gold digger either, right? But to be fair, every woman is a fucking gold digger. The lovely girl that you're dating right now, she's also a gold digger. I don't mean that in a bad way. Just wait until, like, I mean, knock on wood, I wish you all the best, right? Just look at all the fucking divorce cases, right? It's funny how all of a sudden every woman becomes a gold digger. Like every woman wants to squeeze out and milk out every single penny out of your fucking bank account. Every woman. Even the women that didn't seem like gold diggers. So every woman is a gold digger, so let's just get over it with. What I mean by that is I don't want a girl who just likes me just for my money, right? I don't like that just like you either. But the fact of the matter is every woman wants a more financially successful guy, whether they refuse it or accept it or admit it. That's just how it is. Just like how every guy wants a more attractive woman. Like they'll justify to themselves like, oh, you know, she looks fake, or oh, no, I don't want that one, or a natural, pretty looking girl. Bull fucking shit. If that girl's naked in front of you right now with the fake plastic, like the boob job, with the fucking lip filler, with her legs spread out in front of you, saying like, fuck me daddy, we both know what's gonna happen, what you will do. And no one knows about it. We both know what you're gonna do. So let's be honest, right? It's fine. Let's be adults and move along with it. So it's really important to understand this concept because once you understand, it'll help us not only in sales, but in everything because it's a human driver. It's for what? For men as well. It's reproduction. So that's being said, take it for what it is. Do what you want with it. If you want help getting to 10K, 20K, 30K a month in commissions as a closer, okay, that's what we help our students with inside of our program, Real Sales System, okay? We've also had students later on start sales agencies and go into sales operations, get into 100K a month profit. They have paid for their mother's mortgage, retired their girlfriend, travel around the world, meet beautiful women. You see how we are, again, going back to the reproduction thing, right? I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not making income claims. I'm just saying that historically our students have done that. If you want a safe, cushy guarantee, I suggest you go flip burgers at Burger King instead. They'll give you a guarantee that you'll make 2K a month and you'll clock in, clock out. But if you're the type of person that takes full responsibility for himself and wants to increase his chance of reproduction, then you can go to the first link in the description box below. I'll see you there.